Okay, let's just clarify this. So there's the educated. How did you spell that? Right, so you got some form of a story somewhere or some kind of a theory or hypothetical that you were not born with. Because when you came out of your mother's whatever as a piece of flesh, as a baby, you didn't know anything. So somebody spoke to you, somebody communicated some theory, hypothetical, some story. You bought in by agreeing with it, or you disputed it, and you're educated. Because you're in my cat situation. So whatever manifests in your situation is because of my placement in the BO, which is the body order. So if it smells like BO and it just smells really rotten, like not cared for, filthy, and you're educated, then you know whatever caused your educat opinion was part of the problem. Right, I know that one's a hard one for you guys to chase. So here's the thing. You have, we'll tell you time in a Reich. So there's a generation called a Third Reich. Then there's a generation called the Fourth Reich. If you play football, we have the third quarter, we have the fourth quarter. Great? Great. Whatever. Nobody gives a shit. They're just words. So the, let me think about this. So, there's some, I totally lost my train of thought. This happens to me all the time because of you assholes. I start to go down a path and then it just gets like ripped away like a band-aid. I have to think about those. So, so it's Thanksgiving. I tried to call my children. First of all, I sent my sons some text messages with some video links. I don't normally, however, today there was some training that I wanted them to review, so at least they were informed in the know in case anybody approaches them, so they know what's going on with their... here's the thing. The penal code in the United States of America is illegal. We allow like local police to have like some subset of laws, but according to admirable law and the order of the law itself, penal code law is the least enforceable of all jurisdictions. Then you have some federal law and the U.S. custom law. Usually U.S. custom law comes with some kind of we call it tax code, but it's a code with a number that's in a LIBOR, a LIBOR somewhere on file that multiple area can look up and it reads exactly the same. So there's one set of congruent laws. That's at the U.S. Justice Supreme level. Defense Ministry knows these things. So now, I don't know if the federal side of things, I don't know where they sit. I mean, you guys are like hiding over in corridors that don't exist. I mean, it's like ridiculous. Here's the thing. I was born Star Special. You all knew. If I call myself Anastasia, and we call him Croatoan, Anastasia, when she's just size 4, Soviet, still cute, wants to go to finishing school, wants to grow up right, like the Croatoan. In fact, Anastasia wants to go to Croatoa, and whatever he's up to, she just wants to tag along by his side. She'll be quiet, and whatever they teach them, they teach them. That's it. Polished gemstone. Problem solved. Instead, what you did was you left Anastasia in this side of 50 postage stamps under a U.S. code of laws that are subject to question because they're not congruent in multiple publications. And the federal can't seem to get their fingers and hands on it, because then we got some admiral peoples that are disagreeing. That's because it's like, my battleship's bigger. No, it's my fleet. I got bigger friends than you. No, you don't. You've got points of view that matter very little to me and the Croatoan. So now, why did you fuck up my entire childhood into adulthood when I just wanted to be happy, quiet, trained the way that the gemstones and polished wanted? Right, why was that withheld from my person? I mean, I came out, I was smart, but I was looking for answers and looking for help and looking for friends and looking for him. Looking for Croatoan. I'm like, wherever he is, that's where I want to be. I really don't want to do this talking thing, this interview thing. I mean, my people don't know anything. They're like really low on the scale of totem. Although genetically, they should be a lot higher. And on the money scale, forget about it. They're back down at the bottom again. So now, I want to go over to Croatoan, where I'm going to be safe, polished, and everybody is fixing their own plans and projects and things and leftovers and case files and shipping and containment and unvouchered criminal activity, and instead of playing some fucking kind of like tarot game with my capsized self. I mean, capsized was not on the agenda, ever. That's the war heroes plan of garbage from last whatever. Are there nobody respectful in past wars that could help the hero herself get to the new age hero? He has more than she does, right? But she belongs to him. It's almost as if she's been stolen by New York. Great. So why can't he just get his stolen asset in some kind of recovery team and repossession team and take his genetic asset back to wherever he hides out in Croatoa and whatever? Last time I checked, Croatoa is not a place on any map. It belongs to him, and she belongs to him. You don't want to be called Anastasia because the Far East Asia, 2 strikes against them, 2. In Reich Code, R-I-K-E code, that law at Vatican level, they have 2 strikes against them. Anything in the Far East Asia region. So now if they are like protesting my getting to polished and finishing school with the Croatoan, why did anybody allow it? Who are these established figures that large, that has that much pull, when they have 2 strikes already against them? Do you understand? In baseball, you play 2 strikes. 3 strikes, you're out. Great. We are the Reich, and the past criminals are the strikes. They took action against us, the reputable, the owner. They didn't follow what we needed. We have it on strike form. You strike something with a bat, you fucking knock it the fuck out. Great. We're Reich, R-I-K-E-R-E-I-C-H. We have strikes against the Far East for what they were up to last 2 Reichs and into this Reich. And somehow the world fucking lost its mind and placement and purpose, and so on and so forth. Here's the thing. In admirable territory, right? We say that like you're out at the water, there's a whole separate set of laws. Great. Okay. So now, my records in this direction, where I'm not polished, I'm unpolished. I'm a gem still, but I'm an uncut stone at this point because you never got me to finishing polishing school. So now I'm in a capsized position. My boat has flipped over. I'm capsized. I'm writing to the admirals in capsized letters about my vulnerability and my needing immediate rescue down this solo route where I get raped, beaten, and advanced weaponry used against me by the past 2 strikes criminals, which we have on file. Why are the admirable, they're not just educated, they're way above and beyond with actual access to verification? Why is it that level is leaving me uncut, unpolished, unfiltered, capsized, where I'm getting beaten, raped, and they think it's just acceptable? I own Stargate. Get your fucking story straight. If I was in the regular boat, and you helped me get to Croatoan, and the proper Reich, where I belonged, and we were polished and finished beautifully, then I would be safe, and you'd be safe out at sea, and we wouldn't be capsized in the same boat together. And I wouldn't be being taken advantage of and harmed in any way. He would be in control. We would be safely locked in. Everybody is safely secured on the larger vessel, which is the Earth ship, with the security network that keeps the anatomy of humans safe. But instead you left me in a capsized D-I-N-G-Y, by myself, writing to you in the future in caps. When you woke up, was the word capsized boat indicative and meaning that it was flipped over and there was a U.S. Coast Guard rescue team dispatched? Was that the admirable thing to do? Great. Then why the fuck are you so fucking confused for 42 fucking years? The word capsized comes from my capital sized. I put cap locks on. I send you messages in the uncut, unpolished, unfiltered, most dangerous fucking future. So you steer clear and you do the admirable thing and bring the humanity into the correct direction and position, Captain Whatever. Why the fuck would you allow the library to continue in a cap lock situation with me capsized when I am the definition and origin point of the fucking word? Dates, totally irrelevant. It is only in conjunction with myself and by positioning on a sector vector inside a larger VRAR system that just happens to hold some other flesh. Yeah, you guys have a lot of answering to do. What the problem is that the federal system, the penal code, the U.S. custom laws, everybody's so fucking confused. They've jammed and locked themselves up, and they're like, right, yeah, there's bigger things, but here's the fucking truth. When you woke up, capsized, was that a word? Boat flipped over? Yeah, great. That's the position I was born in an emergency rescue out of New York territory. I don't need parents. I am an only child. I am the only god born to this land in a capsized position. The humans I was sent to are so fucking broken, there's no bringing them anywhere. I'm not taking stowaways. I'm not taking new learning opportunities. I want to be rescued by Coast Guard and take the fuck out of New York. I don't want to see Linda, Lou, no relatives. I'm good. It's like I don't fucking exist. Great. Bring me to Croatoa, and I am a happy angel. We re-shore up the boat. It's no longer in a capsized position. We now are in the polished gem library, and everybody's on the way to safety and security going forward. That was the expectation, human. This deliverance is disgusting.